was he thinking? What exactly was going through his mind? This is a thing of beauty. Give me every possible thing that is Jimmy Butler. Everything that I want to consume it all. Oh my goodness. Look at where we are. You know, you're lucky I deleted that picture of Joe Mazzulla. This one is much better. Oh, Grant Williams, what were you thinking? Do you understand who this is? Like, do you get it? Are you aware of your own surroundings? What a foolish decision. And yet here we are, the Boston Celtics, 3-point road favorites heading into this one, where we know we've seen Boston be okay. It's like, it doesn't matter. They don't flinch. They lose on their home. They come back on the road. It's a little different. This ain't Philly, folks. This ain't Philly. What in the world? My goodness, Jimmy Butler. I just want it all. I want it all. I want it all. Let's go. Leans locks. You know the drill. It's going to be some locks to open things up. Hey, right away, Miami, we're going right back to the well here 2 times over. Lock them up 2 times over. All right? You don't need Grant Williams in your face to know this one here. The first play is Miami plus 1.5 first quarter. Much like we hit in game 2, we will come right back and lock this up as far as our main side right here. We want this. Do you get it? Do you understand? The Miami Heat come out on fire. It's not even so much as like scoring 50 in the first quarter as it is just the intensity, the energy, this refusal of quitting, what have you. Now, look, talent's going to take over. Jason Tatum, other guys going to play. We get it. It's going to be a long game. But shot out of a cannon does not describe the Boston Celtics, nor has it described the Boston Celtics for the majority of the playoffs. Even in Game 7, where they ultimately destroyed Philadelphia, it took a half for that. So let's be fair and honest with ourselves first with what's going on, not just behind me with Jimmy Butler enraged, but now enraged at the entire team of Boston. And by the way, in South Beach, with the Heat fandom entire behind him. Look, I don't know what the hell happened. We fell short on this, and it dropped. This was at 1.75. Look at this. It dropped 35 to 40, depending on when and where, when the gate hit. 40, it dropped. 40. Do you see this? Do you understand? We're getting this now at a fair price, reduced price. Now, that's going to be a big issue for the bigger problem in front of you if you're the Boston Celtics, which is maintaining even a lead. But we're going over 2.5 turnovers. You saw Jaylen Brown can be reckless. It can be a reckless decision. And, you know, I don't necessarily want a big part of that, to be honest, to be completely inherently honest, where I would go under at plus money. Because last time was an anomaly, truly a last time anomaly. So bang that out of here by all means. And let's look at this. Lock that up. And let's look at this and where else we can go here. So I think there are 2 ways you can look at this. Big player, smaller player. The issue, of course, is who's out there? Like, where is the focus? I don't see Bam getting to 18, but I still want to just target Caleb Martin. So we'll get to Caleb in a second. But Bam Adebayo has looked unstoppable in this series, truly, to the point where even if Boston, Time Lord, or anybody else getting over on some stuff, you see ultimately Bam has been able to respond with the basketball, without the basketball, the high pick and roll, the high screen, like it's just been unstoppable. Eric Spoelstra is allowing Bam the freedom and spacing to do a lot of things, and it's hurting Boston. That would be the biggest adjustment. That would also factor into Bam now on the road, a little more difficult to carry this over at home. We saw this, but on the road, a little bit more difficult to carry over. Now, all of a sudden, there is this expectation that he can continue it because they're at home. I expect some regression. I expect Joe Mazzulla, whatever the hell that guy is, a coach, I guess at this point, he's got no choice to make an adjustment. Where on the whiteboard do you think Caleb Martin lies? Below Bam Adebayo, even after 2 games? Do you honestly think that Joe Mazzulla and the bevy of assistant coaches he has to keep him afloat are now looking at Caleb Martin in elevated status as far as on the, what is it, the whiteboard? No, of course not. Absolutely, of course not. So there's a bigger element, I think, for me at least, that I always like to focus on, which is smaller market guys with volume. And in this case, smaller market with volume is Caleb Martin over 11.5. So we lean under 18.5 with Bam. We lean over 11.5 with Caleb. We lock up over 2.5 turnovers with Jaylen Brown. And the Miami Heat absolutely get in where you fit in, because this is going to be the one. All right. Now, before we get out of here, look at this. Race 2. You can see a bunch of different things. Every now and again, you get player props. That's not up there. That's fine. So I'm going to give you something before we get out of here. All right. Just a little sprinkle before we get out of here. Some big plus money action. But as you see, BetMGM is the spot. That's where we are. There is this insane offer here. This is pretty cool. All right. 2 free months of our Discord. And on top of that, you have 21 or older, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 2 free months of our Discord, and you get to turn that sucker around big time. Odd Shopper Premium Discord. If you lose your first bet, you get it back up to $1,000. Up to $1,000. Discord is awesome. You can hang with us. There are a lot of fun things going on here, but it's truly just an awesome experience, right? And we give you multiple different things, multiple different plays. You can see the Discord parlay of the day. I mean, that's just crushing. You're welcome. No, it's a lot of fun. But it's also about the community. We have such a fun community. No ego. Lindy's in there. Ben Raza's in there. Isaiah's in there. Eytan's in there. You are all in there. It makes it so fun. It makes it just awesome. Such a great alternative, if you will, to social media. All right, last one here for you. Can we push it? Can we push it? Yeah. See, conventional wisdom would say this ain't going to hit. Conventional wisdom would ask you to not play something as egregious and ridiculous. But if you like Boston to eventually win this game, if you like Boston to hold up, you just might want to take a shot here, right? At I hate you for making me do this. I hate you for making me do this, but I'm doing this. I don't give a shit. Al Horford is dead on arrival outside of playing Joel Embiid. They won't give up on him. They will not give up on him, and neither will I. I will put a half unit on this. That's your bonus mystery revealed. That's me. That meme or that gif for the guy, ha ha ha, in the back of the car. No, seriously, I'm playing this. I'll prove it when it hits. I'm playing this. You son. Don't you ever do this to me again. Please don't do this to me. There you go. Likes, leans, and Jimmy Butler. All of that. I'll see you Monday on the Odd Shop.